Oh, yeah. That's right. The Black Advantage. Back to basics. May 14th through the 16th, 2024. Register now to join the Profess Strategic Partnerships. Learn about Bitcoin, the film industry, podcasts, real estate, finances, and more. Go to theblackadvantage.net. Get the early bird special, only $89 for all 4 events. That's right, 3 days, 4 events. May 14th through the 16th. Call 248-621-4886.
Welcome. That's right. Make sure you attend the Black Advantage Network event next week. Miles will be on a little bit later talking about that. But right now, you have me. Welcome to the Black Male Podcast. This is a space where we delve deep into the experiences, challenges, and triumphs of black men in today's society. I'm your host, Mike Sears, and each and every week, we'll bring you inspiring stories, insightful discussions, and actionable advice tailored specifically for black men looking to navigate and excel in all facets of life. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into today's episode of the Black Male Podcast. Listen, as black males, seen us at our worst. We have been on display in front of the entire world. I hope that this platform will allow the world to also see black men at their best. Today, Mike's monologue, I want to discuss something called the success. There's a saying from one of my favorite poems, and in it says, success is failure turned inside out. So a lot of times we looking at successes as only the things that you've done right, but a lot of times success is birthed out of some of the mistakes you've made. Sometimes success is birthed out of you falling, making a wrong turn, having to detour. So I just want to talk a little bit about something in football they call turnovers. Reading a passage out of my book called Malfunctioning. You can purchase it now on Amazon. Make sure you get your copies. But this is talking about a term called turnovers. It all goes back to success being your failures turned inside out. Turnovers happen in football and in life. In football, a turnover occurs when the team that is in possession of the ball loses possession of the ball, and it is then gained by the opposing team. In life, various obstacles and oppositions come up. These distractions can cause you to lose sight, lose focus, and turn over your original thoughts, your original plans, dreams, and aspirations to faults and failures. It is important to keep in mind that whatever faults you may have and whatever failures you have had to succumb, they are not final. You can change yourself and your situation if you are willing to put in the work. Keep in mind that all of life's lessons do not come in triumph and victory. Sometimes life lessons are also learned through mishaps and mistakes. The good part is that that lessons do not always have to equate to losses if you learn from those mistakes and mishaps. Everybody wants to win, right? I know there is an opposing team that wants to stop you. Everybody does not want you to win. There are still many people in your corner rooting for your victory. There are others waiting on you, and they need you to win. A win is also a win for them. The key is not to allow the turn So that's my monologue for today. I want you to know that you're probably on the verge of success right now. Whatever you're going through, you're thinking, man, it seems like it's so far away. But if you do like the poem says, you realize that success is failure turned inside out. Start looking at it, take a different perspective. Before you know it, you'll be doing the very thing that you thought would never happen. So, based on that, I want to go right into introduction of today's guest, a good friend of mine, Mr. Damian Jones.
What's up, though, man? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for being here. Listen, he's a stand-up comic. He's an actor. He's a producer and director. He's been a stand-up comedian for 10 years.
Yep.
He's been on several stage plays, movies on Amazon and Tubi, so much more. Without further ado, Damian Jones.
How you doing, Mike?
What up, man?
I couldn't have wrote that.
I think you did right.
I did write it. I should have wrote a little bit more about myself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm
philanthropist.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Pulitzer Prize winner. Nobel Peace Prize. I just picked this up like it was Jack, too. It's wild.
Yeah, we only do water on this show. This is water.
Yeah. But it's just the way I picked it up. You remember when you used to drink? You know, It's that type of cup. That's what it is. It's one of them old school liquor store cups. Let me get a cup with that. All right, now.
So listen,
shout out to Success.
Yeah. Speaking of success, I believe you have a brand, right? That's Success Over Sleep.
Called Success Over Sleep. Yeah.
Tell us a little more about that.
Well, I came up with the name years ago. I was watching Eric Thomas, and he was talking about wanting success more than you want to breathe.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he was talking to the kids, and I was like, man, that's dope. I'm about to start a brand called Success Over Sleep. One to be more successful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting up when you don't want to get up.
Right.
Doing stuff that's hard to do. So I came up with the clothing line. Mm-hmm. Me, my boy Dice, we opened up a clothing store on 6 Mile.
Okay.
And it was going good for a while. Then one of our business partners passed away, and we kind of didn't do it no more. And then COVID happened too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But yeah, that I was big. I had a bunch of people wearing my clothing lines, and I kind of stopped. I got motivated. My cousin started a brand called Look at God, and he been out here killing it. And I'm like, you know what? He kind of gave me the juice to get back into it.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
man. I definitely need to get a Success Over Sleep paraphernalia myself.
I think I got something in the car.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like stuff like that, man, because we see certain things, we hear certain things, and it can be motivation. Like you said, your cousin, you seeing what he was doing, and it led a spark for you to get back into it.
Shout out to Oscar who watching. What up, Oscar?
Yeah, what up, though? And then also too, like you said, Eric Thomas. That was that wanting to have success more than you want to breathe.
Yeah.
That was kind of like that speech took off.
Yeah,
that was
man,
like
it blew him up.
Right.
Because after that, he got popular. Like,
and he been doing it, getting bigger and better ever since.
Yeah. And he's from Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit. Yeah. Definitely. So, as a comedian, like you said, you've been doing this for 10 years. How did you get started? Who were some of your early influences?
So, as a kid, man, my first influence was probably Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Like, back in the 80s, the TV would put you to sleep sometimes.
Yeah.
And on Saturdays, my mama would put me in bed. I go to sleep, but leave Saturday Night Live on. So I'm like 4 or 5 years old watching Eddie Murphy play Buckwheat and Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood, just James Brown.
Right.
And he probably was my first influence on comedy. And then my uncle used to have the records. Mm-hmm. So he lived with my grandmother. And he stayed upstairs, and he would play the records all the time. Richard Pryor, Red Fox, all the old school cats. And I would just sneak by his door and listen.
Right.
I didn't know what these guys was talking about, but I just heard people laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I want to do that. So fast forward, like I used to attend like this big church in the city, and they used to have me host like their events. If they had like a talent show, if they had anything like this particular church would have me host. And so that's how I got on stage. And then I was working at a television station called the Christian Television Network.
Okay.
And I had got my own TV show, and I was in school. I was going to Specs Howard to go into broadcasting. And then I left because they like, here go a TV show, and we about to give you a job as a cameraman. So I'm like, bet.
Okay. So you got the hands on, right? You just jumped into it.
Yep. And I had worked under this producer named Nancy. She was just showing me how to produce.
Right.
And then they sold the station, and I didn't have the show no more.
Right.
And I was depressed, and I was taking care of my grandmother, laying on the couch, and I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm about to do with my life, because I didn't graduate. Because I left. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I went to college for theater, and I left. And I was just depressed. And one day I got a knock at the door. It was my homeboy Ray. Shout out to Pizza Man downtown.
Oh, yeah. I know Ray.
He like, hey, man, I want to start a sketch comedy show.
Okay.
And he like, I don't know nothing about comedy, but I help me and you be producers, and you put it together. So I started a sketch comedy show. Yeah. Called Shilts and Giggles. It was a play on words.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how I got on stage again, because I used to do plays in middle school. Oh, wow. And then I got back on stage and just doing skits, like coming to, I mean, like in living color type stuff. Right. And sketch comedy. Sketch comedy. Yeah. So my homeboy, one of my ex roommates, he used to be in D12 when there was actually 12 of them. And him and my boy Fuzz, they stopped rapping. Okay. And but they both dope. So one night we was downtown, and I said, hey, B, if you get on stage and rap again, dog, I'm going to go around the corner, because when I was doing sketch comedy, I met Michael McDaniel. Yeah, another best friend of mine, too. Yeah, and he was like, I got a show, a comedy show come through. So I said, if you go on stage and rap, I'm going to go around the corner, and I'm going to get on and do comedy. So he went up there, he grabbed the mic, he got a standing ovation, and he got off stage like, your turn. And I was like, oh no, like I was petrified.
So this was like the first time
I did stand up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So off of a challenge, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So I went up there, I did like 3 minutes, but Mike like, man, you did great, man. Come next week, I got another show at 1515 Broadway. Oh wow. And I'm like, bet. So he like, but come with more minutes. You know what I'm saying? But it was my first time. Yeah, definitely. So next door, it was something called the Beer Factory or something next door to the spot. And I was so nervous. I went next door, and I was like, I need a picture of Long Island. And I got super drunk. Oh, wow. And I think I had a great show.
You don't really remember too much.
In my mind, when they called me on stage, women was screaming and everything. But I'm going to be honest, I was so drunk that I don't really remember. All I remember is coming behind them curtains and pandemonium.
Well, you got through it, obviously.
Yeah, but after that, I bombed for about 2 years, like, because I used to think I had to get drunk to be funny. So now I'm out here bombing.
So talk about that. So that was your early process. How did that shift? Like, what's your process now? How do you create material? Do you have a specific routine or approach?
So over the years, like, so shout out to Mike Larry, because he used to take me to all his shows. Okay. And that got me more prepared. And we used to write. We used to have writing sessions when I first started. I don't even know if comics still have writing sessions. But that kind of prepared me to do comedy, to do stand-up.
What is a writing session for comedy look like? How does that?
Oh man, it's one of the wildest things. Like, just 4 or 5 idiots. Okay, what you thinking about? Because like now, if I have a thought, I put it in my notes. Okay. And then that thought will turn into a joke.
Gotcha.
So you'll come in and we'll all work on each other's jokes.
Okay.
So it's like, what you thinking about? Oh, you seen a dog trying to kill a squirrel. Okay, let's talk about it. And it's just us throwing punchlines back and forth.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So, but now, like, that's what we did back then, and then it would just get me on stage, and I was so, sometimes I would give up, because I would have to open, and I'm a new comic,
right?
So I remember and Mike Larry will have you at places, like, man, why you got me on Gratiot in an alley for like an 80th evangelist birthday party? Like, I'm new. I don't know how to open with these people. So like one time,
that's like playing basketball on a milk crate on the. And
that's how I learned how to play basketball. Yeah. For real, that's on Avon on the milk crate.
Me too. Yeah.
So like one time we went to some hood show, and they drinking, they cussing, they and they called me on stage. They not paying no attention. I was like, hey y'all, I'm gonna call Mike Larry, and he just looking at me like, I'm paying you. This is what you gonna do? So just going through the fire in Detroit, like doing comedy shows at Blackberries where people then got beat up. At what's the one over Mandy's where people then got beat up and shot at. Like being in Detroit and doing comedy will prepare you for the world. Yeah. So now, like you said, I just have a thought and I jot it down, because if you don't write it down, you're gonna forget it. Yeah. So now I just write it down and I go on stage and I work on it. Mm-hmm. So like I thought about and a lot of I got a joke about a gay couple and their kids coming out straight. Okay. Like, Mom, Dad, I'm straight. We didn't raise you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the reverse of, right. You know what I'm saying? And how we gonna have to have straight parades and, right. You know what I'm saying? Because over time they might outnumber us, and we might have to have straight pride. We need it. Somebody got to have a straight pride month. I wonder what month that'll be though. Like March Madness month, like, or just Super Bowl week should be straight pride week. Like,
this is D Jones. Honestly, like, you know, I think naturally people like to laugh, and I remember one of the first times I seen you do stand up. I think you was opening, or you were doing a intermission for a play. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I was like, yo, you killed it. Yeah. You know, and I was like, yeah, you know, I mean, you can sometimes you can see somebody, sometimes you can see the nerves, and you can see, you know, where, you know, somebody may be, you know, fishing for the next ideal or whatever, or you trying to revert when some, you know, when a line don't necessarily land the way you thought it should. Right. But I mean, yeah, you was in the moment that night.
So remember, I said I've been in the war. I've been at the spots where if you're not funny, they gonna take that mic out. Okay. But it took a good 10 years for me to have that confidence that wherever I go. Right. And it takes time to read a crowd. Some people just go up there, they don't read the crowd. I'm not about to say certain stuff in front of your grandma that I would say in front of a bar. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and it's a play. There's a lot of people in here, they might just left church. Yeah. So you gotta know the crowd, cater to your audience.
That's important, man. That's important. And I like hearing you know, talk about it, because I think it's similar with any type of performer, whether you're a rapper, a singer, somebody that's a actor or actress. You know, a lot of times you see people on stage and you're like, man, I can do that. Right. And it's not that you can't do it, but it's something that it's a process. It's
a science to it.
It's work. It's something that you don't just, and it doesn't mean, you know, like some people can be natural, you know, they're just naturally funny or naturally gifted, you know, they can just sing, whatever it is. Right. But just because you have a natural gift or talent doesn't mean that natural gift or talent doesn't deserve some type of development.
You got to work on anything. Like Steph Curry didn't become the greatest three-point shooter by not shooting threes all the time. Right. it helped that his daddy was there, but
Yeah.
you got to work on it. People, and comedy is the most disrespected form of entertainment because everybody think they can do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just want to ask these all a question.
Okay. We have a caller.
Hand.
This call me Handy. Listen, D Jones. I watch your comedy. I love the way you move. You move really good on stage. But Mike, you didn't even ask me if he could be on the show.
What happened?
What?
I know I got a lot of success with you, Mike.
Put some gloves on.
No, D Jones, I got a question for you. And Mike, I just came from nowhere. My Uber just came. I'm sorry.
Miles, this is your place. You kind of come in.
Right, you pay rent up here.
No, but D Jones, you had a good point about most comics just.
You spelled his name so wrong.
No, that's it.
Miles?
Yeah, that's my name.
It's a story behind that. We have to talk about that one day.
We'll talk about that later.
Right.
So, D Jones said most comedians just go on stage because that's their routine, right?
Yeah.
And they don't read the room. And when you don't read the room, might not look bigger. Might not look bigger. Don't my head look big right there, Mike? Mike, why you hit me on my head? Anyway, no, but he's right. Most comedians don't read the room, and that's what caused them to bomb a lot. You know what I mean? Like they go in churches and they cuss on a clean show.
Yeah.
I know you done seen that before.
But it was the funniest thing I ever seen. I ain't gonna lie. Popcorn. Shout out to Popcorn, man, because he cussed and didn't know it and kept going. But then when he realized the crowd was like, oh, he like, what happened? Did I cuss? They was like, yeah. He was like, okay, well, keep. Yeah, he did. He said, every time I come to church, y'all got chicken. How you know I want some chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, twice. He said the MF bomb and the F bomb. And I was on the floor in the back, on the floor, like rolling, like, cause he kept going, like, and it was wild. But yeah.
So listen.
And I heard somebody. I went to a church in Saginaw. They booked me, and they was like, "Please don't cuss." And I'm like, "Who cussing?" And they told me, "Well, last month such and such came up."
That ain't no good. Go ahead, Mike. You was about to say something.
No, I was just gonna say, listen. We had another guest come in. I didn't get a chance to introduce him, but here's what I want to do. I want to keep talking to D Jones. I want to interrupt the conversation that we were having to briefly take a break, talk about today's sponsors, and when we come back, I want to properly introduce the other guests, and then he has an event coming up. You actually heard about that event at the top of the show, and he wants to go into a little bit more details, and then...
Oh, thanks, Mike.
No, thank you. Then we're going to also, jump back into a few more questions with D. Jones. So, today's show is brought to you by Mike Sears Productions. Welcome to Mike Sears Productions, where every event is a masterpiece waiting to happen. Specializing in project management for live and theater productions, we provide comprehensive support that covers all your technical needs, from lighting and sound to video and set design. Our team ensures every aspect of your production is perfect. Need advanced AV support? We've got you covered. With Mike Sears Productions, your vision is our mission. Visit us at MikeSearsProductions.com or on our IG page at Mike Sears Production, or just give us a call at 313-422-3347 and learn more about our services and how we can make your next event unforgettable. Don't just put on the show, make it spectacular with Mike Sears Productions. Now, I want to bring back to the mic Mr. Miles Dixon. He's a man of, he has a coat of many colors. He has many talents. And right now, we want to talk about an event that's coming up next week, actually.
Yeah.
And you all need to be there. So tell us a little more about the name of the event, where it's at, and how people can participate.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me on your show. I love the Black Male Podcast.
Thanks, man.
And I'm so glad Mark was able to engineer today.
Shout out to Mark, the engineer.
This wouldn't even be possible. So yeah, it's called the Black Advantage, and the Black Advantage is a business conference. It's the Black Advantage Back to Basics, May 14th through the 16th. On May 14th, we launching the party at the St. Regis Hotel from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And Calvin Mann is giving the keynote for the conference.
Okay.
And then that next morning, which is Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., we'll be at the Focus Hope Conference Center.
Okay.
And if you go to www.theblackavantage.net, we got 2-for-1 specials. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And if you buy a ticket for $89, it gets you in all 4 events for all 3 days.
Okay.
And it includes food and beverages.
Nice.
And so
You can't beat that.
Can't beat that at all. And so that Thursday night from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., we got an awards dinner for businesses. If y'all can't go to theblackavantage.net and hit vote here, and you can see it. We kept the polls open all the way up till tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Okay. Are these Metro Detroit businesses, or are they
Metro Detroit?
cool?
Just for the metro area. We originally did the Black Advantage because there's no business conferences that's held for Black people or African American community to where we can be represented properly.
Yeah.
And so you'll be able to learn. If you got the flyer, Mark, you see the flyer. We have a lot of people coming: Pam Perry, Dr. Sabrina Jackson, myself,
Nice.
Key Brooks, my man DJ Babe, who owns Motor City Popcorn, is also sponsored by Elise Tees, my coffee guide to lead, Entrepreneurs of Detroit, and Habitual Winners. And the food is by Leroy's Kitchen. Podcasting, of course, is one of the sponsors. Then you will learn more about strategic partnerships, real estate, building businesses, Bitcoin, public relations, the film industry. Shout out to Tanja Ayers,
Nice.
Richard Bass, Mike J. And it's one more person I'm missing. I'm going to get cussed out. Oh, Thomas from Mula Films is going to be there.
Okay.
Gerald Watson going to talk about marketing and actually knowing how to advertise properly for your movie and or film or project that you have. Q Lewis is going to be in the building, so we definitely going to be there. And it's just so we as minority-owned businesses can relate and get the proper resources and build proper relationships in business.
So extremely important. And we talked about this before, but it bears repeating. I'm gonna keep talking about how important it is for us to just come together. Like we can do so much more together, and it starts with information, and not just information, but right information, good information. And you got a lot of powerful people that know what they're talking about. They're well versed. And they're not just local folks,
Right.
Nothing wrong with local folks, but what I'm saying is they've achieved a certain level of success that they're able to reach back and pull some other people up. They're able to pour back.
They're local people with national success.
Yeah,
that's definitely want to say that.
Definitely.
When you're looking at the people that's going to be involved, I just tip my hat off to people who's willing to learn, and who's willing to push forward and push the envelope,
right,
and don't get caught up with everybody else is doing.
Yeah,
because once you do, you trap yourself.
Definitely, including yourself, Miles. Like you got a lot of dope people on there, but you do a lot of things that goes unrecognized and unnoticed. Even with this platform, podcasting, that's one of the things. But I mean, you got a deep rooted history in Detroit as well.
Yeah, but here I'll be honest with you. Like I tell people, I'm a servant first.
Wow.
I'm a servant first. Yeah. So I learned how to assist people the best way I can. Yeah. And Maya Angelou said it the best: when you get, you give, and when you learn, you teach.
Yeah.
And so that's what I know I do the best, and create opportunities for others to learn and get involved with and have a pathway and a voice. That's my main thing in media.
Necessary, man. So necessary. Well, I appreciate you, but I also like making sure people get their roses.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, and I really appreciate it. And I know I got to cash out you later, but listen. But on a serious note, your platform is one of the best platforms I've seen. In regard of dealing with Black men, and podcasts, dealing with business, and seeing the severity that we have to come together and the reasons why when you had Gil on here, it made me open my eyes like, Pontiac is right up the street.
Yeah, it is.
Why are we not more involved in what's going on?
Right.
If we can't get in the rightful politics in the city that we live in, at least we can support and lend a hand out in knowledge to nearby cities.
Yeah.
And Gil listened in to a couple of podcasts when we had Mason and Coco on.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was a dope interview. However, I would say this: it's very urgent that black men in business or black men in general get together and we start politicking and use our resources together.
We have to. It's time. It's no better time than now. No better time than the presence. And I appreciate you coming on. Anything else you want to share?
I would like to say D. Jones is one of the most brilliant comedians I've ever met.
Facts.
Thank you.
No problem. I just want people to understand that we joke, we laugh, and I play, but I have a lot of admiration for this man.
Yeah.
And I want people to know the real. Like, we have to give honor to people who really work hard at their craft. If you don't work hard at your craft, leave us the hell alone. I'm sorry, I said hell on your show. I'm like,
it's okay, man.
I know.
It's in the Bible.
I know, it is biblical. But I would say that, Mike, you have the courage and the fight of a lion when it comes to doing what you're doing. And like you said, you procrastinated when we first met talking about podcast.
Yeah.
But you've seen it through, and I'm proud of you as well.
Thanks, bro.
I just think I'm telling people the Black Advantage is a necessary thing. Next year, I will promise you, you will see people you've never seen in front of people at the ticket that we're gonna bring them at. It's not because we playing them cheap. We just playing the game that we know we need to play at.
Right.
We don't need $1,300 to bring or hear a good word in business.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to. People, it's not a money bag for me.
Yeah.
It's a servant bag. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm a servant first. And when God gave me the opportunity to open my eyes and breathe air out of my lungs, it made me realize I still have another chance, another opportunity.
Man,
so shout out to you, man. I appreciate you.
No, thank you. The voice you just heard is none other than D. Miles Dixon. Again, man, if you haven't heard that name, I don't know where you've been. But again, like Miles said, being a servant, he's not one of those guys that tries to be up front all the time. But behind the scenes, he's pushing everybody. He's trying to make sure everybody else shine. He's trying to make sure everybody else right. And, he ain't begging nobody for nothing either. But, if you willing to work, if you willing to, listen, learn, he got your back. He all for that. And so this event that's taking place next week, please contact him. It's available on Eventbrite too, right?
It's on Eventbrite. Once they go to the blackadvantage.net and hit register now, it go take them to Eventbrite. Or you can just go directly to Eventbrite and search the Black Advantage, and it's right there.
Definitely. Share the information. You be there. And I believe, is this the first event?
No, this is actually the fourth installment.
Okay, wow.
That's why I say the fourth installment. Since the pandemic, this is the first one since the pandemic.
Got it.
So we definitely trying to make an impact for 2025 going to be immaculate.
Definitely a continuation of what's already happening, and there's going to be more to come. But you don't want to miss this one. Let's all get involved for this one, and let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep working together. Let's keep giving back. Let's make it happen.
All right.
Back to my guy, D. Jones, man. I agree with Miles. Like you one of those ones you want to see win. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, Mike.
It ain't just I've never had a crabs in a bucket type mentality. But when I see gifts, when I see talent, it's like, I'm trying to push you forward. And so, I want you to get the big deals and walk on the big stages.
It's coming.
Yeah, and I believe that. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And man, it's exciting. It's exciting to see people win and just doing it and tell the truth about what it takes to get it done.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Yeah. Who's some of your favorite comics?
Man, from all the way back to the greats. You mentioned them at the beginning, from Richard Pryor to Eddie Murphy to, I honestly, everybody is not a fan of, but I like Kevin Hart. I like his comedy. I like his time, his delivery.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. Seinfeld.
I feel like the black Seinfeld.
That's what's up. I mean, I like to laugh. I think that's it's having fun. I think it's an important
needed.
part of
It's in the Bible.
Yeah, it is. And it's necessary. It's a part of life. And so yeah, I like to laugh. I like good comedy. Looking back at somebody like a Richard Pryor, of course he's known for his comedy, but his acting, if you go back and you see some of the roles that he took on and the roles that he played,
man, he was great.
Man,
I think the guy who don't get talked about because people forget he started off doing stand-up is Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, facts.
Like, he one of the best entertainers. He can sing, he can act, he can do stand-up, like all of it. And sometimes, like, I had an opportunity to see him perform live early on in his career, and going from the singing to the comedy, like, just an overall performer. And sometimes his singing gets slept on, like, because he don't. And no knock to Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy's Eddie Murphy, but Eddie Murphy's singing career, or his, he had a stupid song. Yeah. But when he was on Dreamgirls, he showed you he could sing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And not the same thing, or I'm not trying to compare apples to oranges by bringing up Jamie Foxx in the same type of sentence, but like his range.
Oh, he's cold.
He has a different type of range.
Yeah, he's cold. But he's one of my favorite stand-up comics too, man. Gotcha. And I love comedic actors. Like, I think I watched John Witherspoon steal scenes from everybody. Yeah. When you can steal a scene from Eddie Murphy, you got to coordinate.
Yeah.
You see that?
Man.
You see that?
Yeah, that's one of the most talked about scenes in that film.
Yeah. Him and Friday. He made the Wayans brothers funny to me.
Definitely.
Because they wasn't funny.
Yeah.
And then he got on there, and I'm like, man, I love comedic actors, period. Like, people you don't even think about, man.
Yeah, that's dope. And so for you, like, we talked about the comedy, we talked about the entrepreneurship a little bit. What else have you done?
I did movies. I've directed a short film that I haven't put out yet. It's called Monkey See. And it's about, like, how kids watch their parents, and you got to watch what you do around them. So it's just it's a street dude who doesn't realize the effect he got on his son. And his son, when the movie come on, he doing push-ups. You see the son doing push-ups. He put his shirt on a certain way, the son put on his shirt a certain way. Right. And it's just the effect that that we have, because somebody's always watching you. Yeah. And I called it Monkey See to be controversy. I wanted people to get mad.
Because of the monkey part?
Yeah, I wanted people to get mad. Like, I'm going to have to watch this.
Yeah.
But I haven't put it out yet, and I shot it a while ago. Okay. I'm just waiting. And then now I'm writing a movie. But I've been in about 15 stage plays and about 10 movies. And so that I always wanted to do movies, man. And when I woke up in Atlanta on set, and I was like, man, it's the life I asked for. Because I had to do comedy, then I had to get on set, memorize these lines. And I'm like, this is what I asked for. It's a lot of work, but, even if it's a small scale, it's still something. And I remember my homeboy was like, D, you successful. I'm like, no. He like, no, nigga, like, you doing stuff that a lot of people want to do. Right. But you just see it as small when it's people that's not even doing that. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And
it's that progression, or that almost perspective, the glass half empty or half full. You kind of like not where you want to be, but you doing something that other people looking at you like, right, man, you doing it. And it's like, no, I ain't really doing nothing. It's like, nah, you doing something. Because sometimes it's stuff that people want to do, but they don't have the courage at a certain point or resources or whatever. And so, you know, it's an inspiration. And we can't take the Bible talk about, you know, despise not small beginnings. And, you know, I have to be careful of that, because even these small, again, you don't know who or how is affecting somebody. Right.
And I used to have a saying that you can't see the picture because you inside the frame. You don't know what's coming up, what's around you. You can see it though. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's dope, man. That's dope. So what's, in terms of, like you said, you're living the dream now. You're pretty much doing some of the things that you aspire to be and do.
What's up, Carmen?
What would you, in terms of current comedians, we talked about that a little bit, is it anything specific that you admire, or was there anything that you would recommend watching, anything that's out now that you'd be like, hey, you know?
I don't watch stand-up comics.
Really?
Only, or like sometimes you have to, but like they say, great minds think alike, and I don't ever want to hear a comic say something and subconsciously I keep it, then I go on stage and say it another way. Because comics do that on purpose sometimes anyway. But I just like to be original, so I never want to, and then I don't want to be disappointed. Because some like bad stuff about Cat Williams thing again. I didn't hear anything good about it, so I'm like, if Chappelle drops something, I gotta watch it. If who else? If Deion Cole drops something, gotta watch it. So it's certain comics that I'm like, man, I have to see what they talking about.
So you do draw certain types of inspiration and or influence from some of the current day comics.
Yeah, but then you get mad because you ever had an idea like for a movie or something and somebody make it, and if I had a joke and then they do it, I'm like, oh, I waited too long. But but and then, you know, I watch, when I travel around the country and see different comics, I just like comedy. Like it's funny because Detroit comics, they bicker back and forth and go at each other, man, and be beefing for no reason. And for real? Yeah, it's stupid. So I don't have a circle. It's just me, and I don't get involved in all the toxic stuff that they be doing. But I still like hearing them do comedy. Like I can still watch you do your stand up and I hang out with you.
That's what's up. On a somewhat of a serious note, what role do you think comedians play in society, especially during challenging times?
In the last few years, it seemed like even in politics, somehow comedy is involved. In tragedy, somehow either we got to talk about it, they want to know what we thinking, or just in the entertainment world, the people that's running it is got something to do with comedy, or the powers that be, they know comedy draw people in, so let's put this comic here, let's do, you know what I'm saying? So I don't get it, but comedy got something to do with a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely involved in a lot of stuff.
Like you said, it's important. It's an important facet of life. Like, can you imagine, you know, going through a day or going through an entire week or month or life period without some type of laughter?
Some people don't have a sense of humor, but don't the Bible say that comedy's like medicine, is good for your soul?
That's you preach. So you preach.
Yeah, so you need like, and it's crazy being a comic, man. I feel like we go through a lot of pain to make other people laugh. Rob Williams hung himself, man. He's successful, rich, funny. A lot of comics, they put they life. Richard Pryor burnt himself up. And he went up on stage and talked about him being a basehead. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart talked about his divorce, so his daddy. So
all of that.
We go through a lot, man. And I find myself making myself have to be happy because I'm like, man, why, Lord, why would you put this on me? But it's so I can go on stage and somebody else dealing with it
and make it manageable.
Doable. I don't want to go through it, but
but that's
what it is.
And I think that's the cycle of life. whether you're a comedian or whatever facet of life you're in.
Right.
Some stuff you go through just so you can be able to help somebody else.
Yeah, songwriters.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even on stage, people that perform.
For real.
You know, they have to draw from somewhere,
Right.
you know, a real space to be able to convey whatever character it is.
Your wife is an amazing actress, so I'm sure
I agree.
she got to pull stuff from places, and
Yeah. Man, it's man, we can keep going, and I appreciate you coming on today.
Thanks for having Mike.
No.
Anytime you call me, I'll be
facts.
like, whatever, let's do it, bro.
Yeah, that's facts.
And you've been cool with me since I did that play, and you was like production assistant, and you was like the dopest cat there because you was all about business. Like you was just in the corner, like I'm like, what's wrong with him? But you was reliable. The play was dope. Like
that's what's up.
Yeah, the people behind the scenes, man, make everything happen.
Man. So listen, man. Before we end, I like to end with something called fun facts.
Okay.
You know, the whole goal is, you know, for to be inspired and, you know, show the process and different things. But, you know, sometimes these questions just help people just know stuff about you that they didn't necessarily know, or they may already know.
Okay.
So just off the dome, fun facts.
All right.
Favorite TV show that you watch right now?
Currently?
Yes.
Shoot.
Well, I mean, it could be a current show or something.
Because my last favorite show went off. It was Snowfall.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah. But all time is probably Martin.
Okay. No doubt. Do you sing in the shower?
I sing everywhere. I'm the king of R&B. Y'all didn't hear?
The king.
The king. I battle anybody. I do a versus. Me and Mike Jeffries, we supposed to have a versus battle, but he running.
Okay. We might have to do that on the show.
We can.
We might have to do a versus battle.
All he gonna do is sing Maxwell. That's his one.
That's his go-to.
Don't tell him I said that.
Hopefully he not watching.
That's all he do is sing Maxwell. He's sing Maxwell everywhere.
He doing pretty good though.
He do.
What the best piece of advice that you've received?
Your wife gave me something tonight. Stop being retarded. Pretty boy, in layman's term, being dumb. Stop being a dummy. That's
So she took a page from Fred Sanford.
Yeah. I was having dating issues, man, and she just pretty much told me I was stupid and to stop being dumb.
Okay.
So that was a great piece of advice.
All right.
It's the last piece of advice I got. Dummy.
All right, moving on.
Please.
Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Oh, definitely too cold. I don't like the summer. It's hard to get cool.
Yeah. Unless you Nelly, you just start taking. Okay, all right, moving on.
Take your shirt off.
Yeah. Would you prefer writing by hand or typing?
Hand.
You a morning person or night?
Morning.
What's your favorite dessert?
It's a clean show. Cookies, chocolate chip cookies.
All right, cookies it is. For the clean show.
The clean show. It's funny when I do a church show and I had to turn some of my questionable joints clean because I know how to do it. It'd be so funny.
That's dope. I mean, I think
I did it at your book signing when I was talking about going to the strip club.
Yeah, you turned a couple corners in that, but that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that's you're a navigator, and it's important to be able to navigate. Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite childhood memory?
Oh, that time my father came Christmas with all these gifts, and we sang carols, and that was the Cosby Show. That wasn't me. My favorite child. Oh, you know what? I was on a commercial when I was like 4 for Ram's Horn.
Oh wow!
And everybody on my block used to be like, "That's the Ram's Horn, dude." Like
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I was eating French fries on Ram's Horn commercial.
One thing you change about the world.
One thing out the world. Taxes. Like why you take taking money out my check and then afterwards taking more money. You already took money.
Yeah.
I would change taxes.
Would you replace it with something else or just do away with it altogether?
Just do away with it, man. But I don't know what I would do away with, because it's hard, man. The world is messed up. So keep it simple with the taxes.
That's a good one. That's a good one. One last question. If you could bring back any fashion trend from the past, what would it be?
Either overalls.
That was a fashion trend?
Remember back like Bobby Brown and them used to wear the overalls?
Okay. All right, okay.
And I like the cross color, that whole thing. The overalls, the cross colors, the X medallions.
Yeah.
Everybody was more conscious back then.
Facts.
Cross colors.
It was the music, man.
The music. Yeah. I'll bring back the 90s music, R&B, rap, and the fashion.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Thank you so much for playing off the dome.
Thank you, man. And can I say this? Friday,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be at the MRCC Convention Center on Van Dyke. That's Friday. This Friday is a Mother's Day show hosted by Coco with Stromile and headlined by Ashima Franklin she's from the South. Funny than a mug. So if you're not doing nothing, bring your wife, bring your daughter. This your mama, because it's a pre-Mother's Day show Friday at the MRCC Convention Center.
Let people know how they can also keep in contact with you. I'm sure you got the flyer posted on your socials.
You can follow me at 313D Jones on Instagram, 313D Jones on Facebook, Damian Jones, and comedian D Jones on my other one, because I used to get put in Facebook jail a lot, so I had to make another one.
Cool. Please keep in touch with this guy. Watch and see where he's going. He's definitely
look out for my next movie, Master Dragon. And Ed's writing. Shout out to Ed Donaldson, called Chicken Heads.
All right. What? Hey, all I can say is wait to see what it's about.
It's gonna be hilarious, man.
It's gonna be hilarious. I believe it. Thanks again. Please give it up for D Jones.
It's been a great show. Thanks for having me.
No, man.
I'd like to sing us out. How much time we got left?
And it's a wrap.
Oh, dang. Dang it.
Listen, before we go, I always like to end with Mike's moments of motivation. In the monologue, I talked about success. And as we end, I simply want to say, man, you got to keep going. Like, don't stop. A lot of times we get weary in well-doing. And the Bible say, do not be weary in well-doing. And simply put, don't stop. Don't get frustrated. Don't to the point to where you stop. You're gonna have the emotions. You're gonna get angry. You're gonna get mad. You're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna feel like giving up. Just don't. Keep going. It was something that I heard the other day, and it wasn't exactly the way that they said it, but this is how I interpret it. It was something that simply said, the recipe for success is whatever you're going through, keep going through it. Get through it, and on the other side of it, you fill in the blank. Whatever that it is, the very thing that you've been hoping and praying for is on the other side of the thing that you're going through. But if you stop, you won't get to it, you won't get through it, and you'll only have what you're going through. So keep going. Wherever you at, it's a pass through. Don't pitch a tent. Don't set up camp. You're not staying. Keep going. And just remember, diamonds are produced under pressure. Gold, you got to dig for it. And so, those precious gems, they're underneath something that don't look real cute right now. The dirt ain't cute. The diamonds, the coal is dirty, dusty. But if you can just go through to get to the other side, you realize that things are closer than what they appear to be. That's D Jones. If you didn't know who we added some.
I
some
felt
music
like
to
you
it.
needed some humming up
No,
under that.
it was
You
good.
know what I'm saying?
You kept me going. You kept me going.
Yeah.
You kept me going.
The pie.
Listen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Black Male Podcast. We hope that today's story and discussions have inspired you. Remember, our journey together doesn't end here. Stay connected. Connect with me on Facebook and IG at the Black Male Podcast. YouTube is coming soon, and we want to keep this conversation going. Remember, let's continue to uplift each other. Until next time, keep striving, keep growing, and remember, we're in this together. I'm Mike Sears, and it's been a pleasure. Take care and stay safe. Until the next episode of the Black Male Podcast, don't forget, before you go back, fade to black.
You got a phenomenal radio voice.
Oh, yeah. That's right. The Black Advantage. Back to basics. May 14th through the 16th, 2024. Register now to join the professional strategic partnerships. Learn about Bitcoin, the film industry, podcasts, real estate, finances, and more. Go to theblackadvantage.net. Get the early bird special, only $89 for all 4 events. That's right, 3 days, 4 events. May 14th through the 16th. Call 248-621-4886.